Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Daily English Dialogues. I am Anna.
And I am Mark. Hello, everyone. It is great to be here with you today.
We are very happy you clicked on this video. Today, we have a very special topic. It is a topic that is not about grammar. It is not about vocabulary words.
That is right, Anna. Today, we are talking about your mind. We are talking about your brain. The topic is the power of positive thinking and how it changes your English learning journey.
Yes, this is so important. Many students study hard, but they feel bad. They feel sad or nervous. We want to change that today.
Exactly. We want you to feel happy when you speak English. So grab a cup of tea or coffee, relax, and let's listen.
So, Mark, let's start with a really simple question. It is the title of our podcast today. What is positive thinking?
That is a great place to start. Honestly, Anna, a lot of people have the wrong idea about it.
Do they? What do people usually think it means?
Well, many people think positive thinking means you must be happy all the time. They think you must smile 24 hours a day. They think you are never allowed to feel sad, angry, or tired.
Oh, that sounds impossible. Nobody can be happy every single minute. Life is difficult sometimes. Even English learning is difficult.
Exactly. That is not positive thinking. That is fake happiness. True positive thinking is different. It is an attitude. It is a way of seeing the world.
Can you give us a clear example?
Sure. Imagine you have a glass of water. The water fills only half of the glass.
Okay, I am imagining it. Half a glass of water sitting on a table.
Now, a negative thinker looks at that glass. What do they say?
They probably say, "Oh no, the glass is half empty. It's almost gone. I don't have enough water."
Right. They focus on what is missing. They focus on the empty space. But what does a positive thinker say?
A positive thinker says, "Wow, look, the glass is half full. I still have water to drink."
Exactly. The situation is the same for both people. They both have the exact same amount of water, but their reaction is completely different.
I see. So the positive thinker focuses on what they have, not on what they don't have.
Yes, positive thinking is about finding the good in a situation. Even if the situation is not perfect, it is about hope.
That is really beautiful. But Mark, how does this work for learning English? Learning a language is not a glass of water. It is hard work.
It is hard work, but let's look at two students to explain this. Let's call them Student A and Student B.
Okay, tell me about student A.
Student A is a negative thinker. He studies English for 1 hour, but he reads a text and doesn't understand everything.
What does he say?
He says, "This is too hard. I'm confused. Why is English so difficult? I'm wasting my time. I will never learn."
Oh dear, he sounds very frustrated. He is focusing on the words he doesn't know.
Yes, he sees the empty part of the glass. Now look at Student B. She is a positive thinker. She studies the same text for 1 hour, and she also doesn't understand everything.
Does she feel happy about not understanding?
Well, maybe not happy, but she stays calm. She says, "Okay, this text is hard, but look, I understood some sentences. I learned 5 new vocabulary words today. That is progress."
Ah, I see the big difference. Student A sees the problem. Student B sees the progress.
Yes, Student B thinks, "I can figure this out. If I keep trying, I will understand eventually."
So positive thinking is basically believing in yourself?
Yes, it is the belief that you can improve. It is the knowledge that today's struggle is just a step towards tomorrow's success.
I like that. It means you don't have to be perfect. You just have to be hopeful.
Exactly. And here's a secret, Anna. When you are positive, your brain works better.
Really?
Yes, when you are stressed and negative, your brain closes down. It's hard to remember new words, but when you're relaxed and positive, your brain is open. You learn faster.
That is scientifically true. Stress stops the brain from learning. Joy helps the brain learn.
So, being positive is actually a study strategy. It is a tool, just like a dictionary or a textbook.
Mark, what about when bad things happen? For example, if I take an English test and I fail, can I still be a positive thinker then?
That is the most important time to be a positive thinker.
Really? How? Failing feels terrible.
A negative thinker fails a test and says, I'm a failure. I'm stupid. I should quit English.
And a positive thinker?
A positive thinker fails and says, ouch, that hurts. But why did I fail? What can I learn from this? Maybe I need to study grammar more. Maybe I need to sleep more before the test.
So they don't see it as the end, they see it as a lesson.
Yes, positive thinking turns problems into challenges. It turns failures into lessons.
That is really powerful. It changes everything. It changes the whole journey.
It really does. So for our listeners, please remember this. Positive thinking is not ignoring the hard parts of English. It is facing the hard parts with a smile and a belief that you can do it.
I can do it. That is a simple sentence, but very strong.
It is the foundation of everything we will talk about today.
So, Mark, we talked about what positive thinking is. Now let's talk about the opposite. Let's talk about the enemy of learning.
The enemy. That sounds scary. Who is the enemy?
The enemy is fear and negativity.
Ah, yes. These are two very strong feelings, and honestly, I think every language learner knows them.
I agree. Mark, do you remember when you started learning a new language? I know you studied Spanish, right?
Oh, yes. I remember it very well. It was a very difficult time for me in the beginning.
Why was it difficult? Was the grammar too hard? Was the vocabulary too strange?
The grammar was hard, yes. Spanish verbs change a lot, but that wasn't the biggest problem. The biggest problem was inside my head. It was my fear.
Fear of what? Were you afraid of the teacher?
No, the teacher was nice. I was afraid to speak. I was afraid to open my mouth.
Can you explain that feeling? What were you thinking?
I was constantly thinking, I'm going to look silly. If I say the wrong word, people will laugh at me. They will think I am not smart.
They will think I am not smart. Wow, I think many of our listeners feel exactly this way. It is a very common fear. We connect our language skill to our intelligence.
Yes, but it is not true. You can be very smart, but just be a beginner in English. Being a beginner does not mean you are stupid. It just means you are new.
But fear makes us forget that. Fear makes us freeze.
Exactly. I was focusing on all the negative things that could happen. Because I was scared, I did not practice speaking. In class, I sat in the back. I looked at the floor.
You were hiding.
I was hiding, and because I did not practice, I did not improve. My Spanish stayed bad, and because my Spanish was bad, I felt even more scared to speak.
It is a circle, right? A bad circle.
Yes, in English, we call this a vicious circle. Step 1, you are afraid to speak. Step 2, you don't practice. Step 3, you don't improve. Step 4, you feel even more afraid.
That is terrible. Negative thoughts stop you from trying. And if you don't try, you cannot learn.
Anna, did you ever have this vicious circle with English?
Oh, definitely. I remember when I first learned English, I was in a classroom with many other students. One day, the teacher asked me a question.
What happened? Did you know the answer?
Yes, I knew the answer perfectly. It was in my head. But I looked around the room. I saw 20 other students looking at me.
And the fear came?
The fear came like a wave. My hands started shaking. My heart was beating fast. Boom, boom, boom. I thought, my accent is terrible. Everyone will hear my bad accent. I will sound strange.
So what did you do?
I stayed quiet. I looked down and pretended I didn't know the answer.
Oh, Anna, that is so sad. You knew the answer, but fear stole your voice.
Exactly. Fear stole my voice. I missed a chance to practice. I missed a chance to build confidence.
That is the real danger of negativity. It makes you quiet. But to learn a language, you cannot be quiet. You must be loud. You must make noise.
You must make mistakes.
Yes, negativity tells you be perfect or be quiet, but positive thinking tells you just try, just speak. It doesn't matter if it's messy.
I think we also worry too much about grammar police.
Grammar police.
People who correct every small mistake. We're afraid that if we say, she like pizza, instead of she likes pizza, someone will jump out and shout, wrong.
But in real life, that rarely happens. Most people just want to understand you. They don't care about the S at the end of the verb as much as you do.
That is true. We are our own worst critics. We are harder on ourselves than anyone else is.
So to defeat this enemy, we have to recognize it. We have to say, okay, I feel scared, that's normal, but I will speak anyway.
Feel the fear and do it anyway. That is the only way to break the vicious circle.
So, Anna, we know fear is the enemy, but how do we fight this enemy? How do we stop being afraid?
The first step, and it is a big step, is to change how we see mistakes.
Change how we see them, but aren't mistakes bad? When I was in school, mistakes were very bad.
Yes, the school mentality. In school, if you make a mistake on a test, what happens?
The teacher takes a red pen, they mark an X on your paper, and you get a bad grade, maybe an F.
Exactly. School teaches us that mistakes are failures. It teaches us that mistakes should be punished. But Mark, real life is not a classroom. Learning a language is not a test.
That is a relief to hear. So if mistakes are not bad, what are they?
Mistakes are necessary. Mistakes are how we learn. Mark, I want you to think about a baby.
A baby. Okay, I'm imagining a cute baby.
Think about a baby learning to walk. Does the baby stand up and run a marathon immediately?
No, of course not. The baby stands up on shaky legs, it takes one step, and boom, it falls down.
Exactly. The baby falls down. Now, does the baby sit on the floor and say, ugh, I am stupid. I fell down. Walking is too hard. I will never walk again. I quit.
No, babies don't do that. That would be silly.
What does the baby do?
The baby maybe cries for a second, but then it laughs. It stands up, it holds onto the sofa, and it tries again.
And eventually?
Eventually, the baby walks, and then it runs.
We need to be like babies. We need to fall down with our English and then get back up.
That is a great example. So when I make a grammar mistake, it is like falling down?
Yes, it is just part of the process. In English, a mistake is not a failure. A mistake is just information.
Information? That's an interesting word.
Yes, when you make a mistake, your brain gets feedback. Your brain says, okay, that was not right. Try a different way next time.
I see. So I shouldn't be angry at myself.
No, be curious, not angry. Ask yourself, why was that wrong? Interesting.
Let's look at a specific example. This happens to many students. Imagine I say, yesterday I go to the bank.
Okay, yesterday I go, that is a mistake. The correct grammar is, yesterday I went.
Right. If I say I go, a negative thinker will panic. They will think, oh no, I used the wrong verb. I'm terrible.
But let's look at the positive side. Mark, if you say, yesterday I go to the bank, do I understand you?
Well, yes, you know I'm talking about the bank, and because you said yesterday, you know it's in the past.
Exactly. I understand you perfectly. You communicated your idea.
So communication is the most important thing. Perfection is not the goal.
Yes, communication is the goal. Perfection is not. If you wait until you are perfect, you will never speak.
That is such an important lesson. Many people stay silent because they want perfect grammar.
But if you speak and make a mistake, you give people a chance to help you. If you say, I go, maybe your friend says, oh, you went to the bank. Nice.
And then I hear the correct word. I hear went.
Yes, because you made a mistake, you learned the correct word. If you stayed silent, you would learn nothing.
So mistakes are actually the path to success. They're the road we must walk on.
Correct. So, listeners, I give you permission, make mistakes. Make many mistakes today.
Because if you are making mistakes, it means you are speaking. And if you are speaking, you are learning.
I really love this next topic, Mark. I want to share a magic word with our listeners.
A magic word? Is it abracadabra? Or please?
Please is a good word, but no. This magic word is very small. It has only 3 letters. The word is yet. Y-E-T.
Yet. It sounds so simple. How can a small word like yet be magic?
Let me explain. Mark, how do you feel when you hear a student say, "I don't understand English"?
It sounds sad. It sounds final, like a door closing. Bam! I don't understand. The end.
Exactly. It is a negative sentence. It feels permanent. It feels like a fact that will never change. This is what we call a fixed mindset.
Fixed mindset. That means you think your intelligence is stuck. You cannot change it.
Yes, but now let's use the magic. Add the word yet to the end of the sentence. I don't understand English yet.
I don't understand yet. That feels different.
How does it feel?
It feels open. The door is not closed. It implies that in the future, I will understand.
Yes, it creates a bridge to the future. It tells your brain, I am not finished learning. I am still on the journey.
I love that. It turns a stop sign into a go sign.
Let's practice with some more examples. Mark, pretend you are a frustrated student. Give me a negative sentence.
Okay, acting sad. Anna, I am not good at speaking. My pronunciation is bad.
Okay, now add the magic word.
I am not good at speaking yet.
See? Now it sounds like a plan. It means you are working on it. Give me another one.
I cannot read this news article without a dictionary.
Add the magic word.
I cannot read this news article without a dictionary yet.
Perfect. This is called a growth mindset. It means you believe your brain can grow. You believe your skills can improve with time and effort.
This reminds me of learning to drive a car.
Oh, that is a great example. Tell us.
When I first sat in a car, I didn't know how to drive. If I said, I can't drive, I would never get a license. I would walk everywhere forever.
Right, you would give up.
But I knew that I couldn't drive yet. I knew that if I took lessons, practiced parking, and studied the rules, I would learn.
And now?
Now I'm a great driver. Well, I think I'm a great driver.
I am sure you are. English is the same as driving. Nobody is born speaking English perfectly. Even native speakers had to learn it when they were babies.
That is true. So, yet gives us patience.
Yes, we live in a world where we want everything now. We want fast food, fast internet, fast shipping. We want fast English.
But language learning is not fast. It is slow cooking, not fast food.
Exactly. So use yet to be patient with yourself.
I don't know the irregular verbs yet.
I don't understand fast movies yet.
It takes the pressure off. You can relax. You have time.
So, listeners, I have a challenge for you. Catch yourself thinking negative thoughts today.
When you hear that negative voice in your head saying, I can't, stop immediately.
Yes, stop, take a breath, and add yet. It's a small word, but it changes your destiny.
Well, Anna, I want to talk about a very dangerous trap.
A trap? Like a hole in the ground?
Yes, but a mental trap. It's something we all do, especially in the age of the internet. It's comparing yourself to others.
Oh, yes. This is a huge problem. With Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, we see perfect people everywhere.
Exactly. You open your phone, you see a video of a girl. She says, Hi, I learned English in 3 months. It was easy.
And she speaks perfectly. No accent, no mistakes.
Right. And then you look at yourself. You've been studying for 2 years. You still make mistakes. You still struggle.
And how do you feel?
You feel terrible. You feel slow. You think, what is wrong with me? Why is she so fast and I so slow?
Listeners, please stop doing this. This is unfair to you. There's a famous quote in English. Comparison is the thief of joy.
Comparison is the thief of joy. That means comparison steals your happiness. It takes your motivation away.
We have to remember that social media is a highlight reel.
What is a highlight reel?
In a movie, the highlights are the best parts. People on social media show you their best moments. They show you the success. They do not show you the hard work.
That is true. They don't show the hours of studying. They don't show the frustration. They don't show the 100 times they practiced that video before they recorded it.
Exactly. We have a concept called the iceberg of success.
An iceberg is a huge piece of ice in the ocean. You can only see the top above the water.
Yes, when you see someone speaking great English, you only see the top of the iceberg. You see the result.
But under the water, under the surface,
Under the water is the hard work, the late nights, the mistakes, the fear, the years of practice. You don't see that.
so never compare your behind the scenes with someone else's highlight reel.
Also, remember that everyone has a different starting line.
What do you mean?
Maybe that girl on YouTube speaks a language that is similar to English, like German or Dutch. It's easier for her.
Or maybe she lives in America and hears English every day.
Exactly. If you live in a country where nobody speaks English, your journey is harder, so you cannot compare your speed to her speed. It's like comparing a bicycle to a Ferrari.
That is very true. We must run our own race.
So, Mark, who should we compare ourselves to?
There is only one person you should compare yourself to.
Who is it?
Yourself. Compare yourself to the you from yesterday.
I love this. This is the only fair comparison.
Ask yourself, do I know more words today than I did last month?
Can I understand more of this podcast today than I did 6 months ago?
If the answer is yes, then you are winning. You are succeeding.
I have a practical tip for this. Mark, do you have any old notebooks?
Oh, I have piles of old notebooks. My handwriting was terrible back then.
Go look at a notebook from 1 year ago. Look at the sentences you wrote.
When I do that, I usually laugh. I think, wow, those sentences were so simple. I made such basic mistakes.
Exactly. You laugh because it's easy for you now, but back then it was hard. That proves you have improved.
That is a great feeling. It shows you the distance you have traveled.
So, ignore the people on the internet, ignore the perfect speakers, look at your own journey. Be proud of your own steps.
Your journey is unique, and that makes it special.
We talked about the theory, we talked about the mindset. Now let's get to work. Let's give our friends some practical things to do.
Yes, theory is good, but action is better. How can our listeners be more positive today?
I have a favorite method. It is called keeping a success diary.
A success diary. Is that like a regular diary?
It is a little different. Usually in a diary, we write about our problems. Dear diary, today was hard, it rained, I was tired.
That sounds depressing.
Exactly. For a success diary, you must write 3 good things about your English every day. Small things.
Only good things?
Only good things. For example, I learned the word umbrella today. I listened to a podcast for 5 minutes. I understood a song on the radio.
I see. This trains your brain to look for the positive. It's like a treasure hunt for good moments.
Yes. If you do this for 1 week, you will see how much progress you are actually making.
I have a tip too. It is about positive affirmations.
What is an affirmation?
An affirmation is a short, strong sentence. You say it to yourself. You say it out loud, maybe in front of the mirror.
Talking to myself in the mirror? That feels a little silly, Mark.
It feels silly at first, but it works. It changes your inner voice.
Can you give us some examples of affirmations for English learners?
Sure, try saying these. I am getting better every day. I am confident when I speak. My English is good enough to communicate.
My English is good enough. I like that one. It takes the pressure away.
Another practical tip is to change how you speak about studying.
What do you mean?
Often we say, I have to study English today.
Have to. It sounds like a job. It sounds like a heavy backpack.
Yes, it feels like a chore, like washing the dishes. But try changing one word. Instead of have to, say, I get to.
I get to study English.
Yes, I get to means it's an opportunity, it's a privilege. Not everyone has the chance to learn a new language. You are lucky that you can learn.
That is a beautiful shift. I get to listen to this podcast. I get to watch this movie in English. It makes it feel like a gift, not a job.
Exactly. My final tip is make it fun.
This is so important. If you are bored, you will be negative.
Yes, if you hate grammar books, close the grammar book. Don't force yourself.
Read a comic book instead. Watch a cooking video on YouTube. Watch football commentary in English.
Do things you love. If you love the topic, you will forget that you are studying. You will just be enjoying the content.
When you enjoy the process, positive thinking happens naturally. You don't even have to try.
So, to review our tips, keep a success diary, use affirmations, I am confident, change have to get to, make it fun with your hobbies.
If you do these 4 things, I promise you, your English journey will change. You will wake up excited to learn.
So, Anna, before we finish, do you have a success story? Maybe a time when positive thinking helped you?
I do. It was when I moved to a new city. I had to make a phone call to set up my internet.
Oh, phone calls are scary. You cannot see the person's face.
Yes, they are very difficult. I was terrified. I sat by the phone for 20 minutes. I was sweating. I kept thinking, I will not understand. They will speak too fast.
So, what did you do?
I took a deep breath. I used the yet technique. I said, I am not a master of telephone calls yet, but I can do this. I also visualized. I imagined a good conversation.
You imagined it going well?
Yes, I closed my eyes. I imagined the person saying hello and me answering clearly. I imagined solving the problem.
Did it work?
I dialed the number. The man spoke very fast. I did not understand the first time.
Oh no, did you panic?
For 1 second, yes, but then I stayed positive. I didn't say, I'm sorry, my English is bad. Instead, I said, could you please speak a little slower? The connection is not good.
Blaming the connection. That's a smart trick.
The man slowed down. We talked. I made an appointment. I hung up the phone, and I felt like a superhero.
You were a superhero. You faced your fear.
Even if I made grammar mistakes, I got my internet. That's success.
This has been a wonderful conversation, Anna. Let's summarize what we learned today.
Sure. Positive thinking is an attitude. It means seeing the glass half full. Mistakes are good. They're how we learn, like a baby learning to walk.
Use the word yet. I don't know it yet. Don't compare yourself to others. Compare yourself to your past self. Celebrate small wins. Be happy about what you can do.
And finally, be kind to yourself. Learning English is a long road. It's a marathon, not a sprint.
If you stay positive, you will enjoy the road. And if you enjoy it, you will walk further and faster.
We hope this podcast made you feel better. We hope you feel ready to go out and speak English today.
Don't be afraid. Just speak. We believe in you.
Please let us know in the comments, what is one thing you can do in English today? We want to see your positive lists.
Yes, tell us your wins. Thank you so much for listening to Daily English Dialogues.
Don't forget to like and subscribe for more conversations. See you next time.
Goodbye, everyone. Keep smiling and keep learning.